The world of inanimate and animate objects is projected by imagination on the all-pervading substratum. What are animate objects? Conscious beings. They're projections, like a projector. On all-pervading substrate. And what are inanimate objects? Things. This stuff. Animate objects are subtle bodies. People, plants, animals, and that sort of thing. And inanimate objects are what? Matter. And they're projected by imagination. The word there is Maya. So imagination means I imagine that they're actually separate. Imagine that they're distinct. But they're just projected by ignorance. That's the idea. Just as bracelets, bangles, and rings are gold in various forms, the forms in this world are nothing but awareness. Because the effect is just is a cause in a different form. The pot is just what? Clay made into a certain form, shaped. A bracelet is just gold turned into a bracelet, or a pendant, or a watch, or a ring. And whatever belongs to the ring, or the bracelet, or the pendant, is non-separate from the gold. Any quality that the bracelet has is actually inherent in the gold. So this whole thing here is what? Just nothing but awareness. I mean, me being awareness. Whatever I see can only be made out of awareness. That's the idea. What else could it be made out of? Can't be anything else. It looks like it's something other than awareness. Why? Because of ignorance. Ignorance means what? I just don't analyze it. I just don't think about it and look at it carefully. I don't study my own experience, my own projections, the objects that appear in my awareness, and see what relationship I have to the objects that appear in my awareness. If you study that you don't. We're not meant to believe this. You're meant to study this. Study your own experience using this knowledge. You study your own experience. That's the point. We don't want you to believe it at all. You just take this and then you sit quietly and you think, well, where are these thoughts coming from? Well, they're coming from me. Am I conscious or not? Yes. What is the substance of my thoughts? Oh, it can't be anything other than consciousness. Are the objects separate from the consciousness? No. The consciousness, my consciousness, is just taking this form. And it can take any form. In other words, I can have any thought or feeling or experience. Infinite varieties of thoughts and feelings and experiences. Why? Because consciousness doesn't actually modify when it seems to modify. In other words, it doesn't become the thought or the feeling. It doesn't stop being formless. It doesn't become a form. If it becomes a form, then we got a problem, Then it can't take other forms, can it? Because it's become this form. It's got limited by the form that it has become. It can't become the forms. It appears as a form.